How you guys doing? I hope you guys are well. We are in February of 2022, and I hope that you guys have picked up a few things from the videos that I have uploaded last month. Before I continue on the segment for today, if you can do me a favor, you see there's a button right here. It's called the like button. Now, if you press this button, what it does is it helps me with my algorithm to get the video out to other people like yourself who are interested in this topic. And for yourself, if you don't want to miss out on when I do upload, like I said, it's not every day, but I will try to give you something that is important, not to waste your time. Just press this subscribe button for me, and every time I do a video, you'll get the notification. It'll come up on your feed. So, in order for you to make money or have a sustainable business, you need to know how to sell. Now, when it comes to selling, it's not just about having a product in front of someone trying to get as much money out of them. There is a process you need to go through. If you go through this process, your business will survive, and you yourself as a sales either executive or whatever it is that you're doing for your business, you'll be able to sustain good sales records and also less return. So the first process in establishing any business or any sale is knowing your customer. You have to know who you're serving. You have to know their mannerisms, their habits, the reason why they do what they do with regards to whatever it is that you want to sell them. If you fully know your customer base, you can assert yourself in the right manner to do the deal. For example, when I was working in recruitment for IT, the IT is F.A.C.E. If you haven't heard of this program before, Google it. It's a multi-million pound program that allows companies like Coca-Cola, etc., to be able to track everything, whether it's a sale in China or America. Everything is logged and tracked. This F.A.C.E. is like the brains of the company. And what I was doing as a recruitment consultant was speaking to people who were in charge of the project life cycle. These people were assertive. They made decisions quickly, right? I had to assert myself in a certain way to be able to relate to them and do the deals. So you have to know your customer base. The second process in establishing a sustainable business or making the right deal is you have to establish a need. Once you know your customer, what do they need? What are their needs? For example, if you were working in a mobile phone store and someone comes in to buy a phone, why? What is the need? What is the reason? Is it for them to save money, or is it just the phone that they like? Whatever the situation is, you need to concentrate your sale on that need, right? If it's saving money, you need to close the deal on that need. The need is very important. The need will be the reason why the sale will sustain, and you may also get repeat customers. Establishing a need in terms of business, you have to look for necessities, okay? So needs and necessities like food and clothing, what I spoke about earlier. Establishing a need will guarantee that your business is sustainable. If you just do something based on what you like rather than what the consumers like, it may take you some time to establish yourself, for people to then trust you, and then you can sustain a viable brand. but that process is a long process, but still possible, okay? Especially in this day and age of social media. Thirdly, product knowledge. This is vital to every sale, every business, every deal. No matter which side of the deal you are in, whether you're the buyer or the seller, you need to know product knowledge. Product knowledge helps you when it comes to rebuttals if you're trying to sell something, or rebuttals if you're trying to get a discount. If you know the product ins and outs, you should be able to make a sweet deal. I'll give you an example. If you know about cars and you're going to buy a car, in comparison to someone who doesn't know about cars and just sees the car for what it is, you as someone who knows about the mechanics, the body works, the spray paint, right? You as a person who understands what certain noises are, checks the calipers or brake pads before you buy the car, you should be able to use your knowledge to get a discount on the deal. If you're someone who is working in a mobile phone store and you understand the phones totally in its entirety, any rebuttal a customer has, you can give them a solution to their rebuttals, right? To their, no, I don't want that phone, for example. But this one, you don't have to charge every day. And you said charging was important. Things like this, yeah? Now, this is gonna sound weird, but the best sales is when you don't sell at all. If you stick to the process, knowing your product, knowing your customer, and establishing a need, you don't have to sell the product at all. You can make the deal based on other things outside of the product. The better you are at doing this process, you will be able to sell anything to anyone for whatever need they may have. And I'll give you an example. Okay, right. I don't mean to brag, but when it comes to sales, I'm the shit. I'm legit the dog's bollocks. But you have to have confidence in yourself, right? There's a saying that, it's an old saying. It says, I can sell water to a whale. Well, I flip that around. I say I can sell land to a whale. And I'll give you the scenario. I'll play the land. I'll play the whale, and I'll play the sales person. You ready? Hello, Mr. Whale. How can I help you today? Oh, well, I'm looking for food. Food, you say? How come you've traveled all this way? I haven't seen you here before. Oh, food is getting pretty scarce. I've had to travel 2 days. And I'm still looking for food. I think I have the right thing for you. Oh, you have some food, some fish? Oh, I would like some tuna. How about this? What's that? It's land. What am I going to do with land? I said I need some food. Quite right. But a question. What do you call land in water? Land in water? That's very easy. That's the seabed. No, that's land under the water. What do you call land in water? Land in water. I said I'm hungry and you're giving me riddles. But sir, if you answer the question, you may not be hungry anymore. Have you lost your mind? But I'll answer the question. What is land in water? You see it every day, sir. I've got it. Land in water is coral. Precisely. And what do you find around corals? Well, corals is fish, and fish is food. Food. Quite right, sir. Now, you can take this acre for $100. But if you have a missus, I suggest you taking the other one as well. Or you may find yourself coming back, sir. That's a really good idea. And I can put my land wherever I want. She doesn't have to know. I can eat my food as often as I like. Give me two. In that scenario, you hear so many rebuttals. But because of the product knowledge, when it came to the land, all I needed to do was get Mr. Whale to understand and make the connection between what I had and his need. And everything else is simple after that. He came out looking for food, end up taking sand with him. You get it? But because of the way I sold it, if he followed the process and put the land in the water and it turns to coral, he has the food. Very easy. And I didn't even have to say, I'm selling this today for $9.99 and yada 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 and this, that, and the other. It's not about selling. Selling is never about selling. It's about knowing who you're selling it to, knowing what you've got to sell, and finding a reason, their need, for them to want that product. Okay, so this is the bonus time. It's gonna sound like a rant, but I found this absolutely hilarious when it was happening. This is an example of someone who did not follow the process that I just mentioned to you, right? And now is up shit creek. By now you should have all heard about the gentleman that built a 500 million pound monstrosity of a building and called it a home, right? For the simple fact that it was 500 million should have pointed him into the direction of billionaires, which would be his customers. Now, if you understand the patterns of billionaires, you would know there's nobody in this earth that knows what Warren Buffett's carpet looks like. Since Dr. Dre has been a billionaire, he hasn't done MTV Cribs. Does anybody know what Steve Jobs' bed looked like? Which bed sheets he had? Are you getting the point here? Do you know what the Prince of Saudi Arabia's bedroom looks like? Wasn't it only after President Mugabe of, I think it's Zimbabwe, died that we found out he had golden toilets? How many billionaires do MTV Cribs? And this fool has the whole house on the internet showing you how to get in, showing you how to get out, what the whole house looks like on the inside. Like if you knew you were selling to billionaires because of the 500 million marker, why are you putting it on YouTube? And that wasn't even his greatest mistake. If you know billionaires have the power and the resources to create their own homes from scratch. What you have done, or should I say what he has done, is created his own dream and hopefully selling his dream for a shite load of money. Billionaires don't buy your dream. If I were a billionaire, I wouldn't want to live in your dream. I would want to live in my own dream. The best way for him to have tackled that situation was to buy the land and then get the planning permission, get the models erected, right? And present these models to billionaires so they have their own input in the build, and tell them this is going to be 500 million. They will pay that money knowing that they had an input in the building. They knowing that nobody else knows how to get in and out of their house. It's all secret. And you went and put it all on YouTube. And you're excited because you've got a swimming pool all around the house. And now you can't sell it. You had to devalue the price of the property. It's a monstrosity of a building. You're still trying to sell this thing as a home, which is your next, or should I say the next mistake. Not understanding your product. The building is not going to be bought by some billionaire. No, it's not going to happen. You should have gone to them from phase one. You should have done that phase one, and that would have been fine. But now that you've erected this building and you put a swimming pool around it and all of that, this is your dream, your vision. The only way to rescue this project is by turning it from a residential building into a commercial building. But if he knew the product knowledge about buildings, houses, and what he could do, this wouldn't be an issue. He has created bedrooms upon bedrooms that are the same size as offices. Why not turn it into a tech building? The kitchen is big enough for it to be a communal kitchen for every tech company you rent the rooms out to, right? You can even rent it out to someone like Apple for them to have headquarters where you are. If you change the building into a commercial building, you can pitch this building to a tech company and they can make that building their headquarters, meaning you now get money and now you're in commercial real estate. And hopefully you don't make that stupid mistake again. I'm sorry it sounds like a rant. Like I told you, I'm passionate about real estate. I was laughing my head off when I saw this thing on YouTube. I was like, this fool, ain't no billionaire gonna buy this. What are you selling this? It was the most hilarious thing in the world I've ever seen. No, don't do that, right? Understand your product. Understand your customer. Establish a need and don't F up like this guy, all right? Because dude, you need to cover that swimming pool, put fish inside it, call it a feng shui building, and go rent it out to some tech companies. Because if you try to sell it to a billionaire, you're an idiot. It's not gonna happen.